Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading from March 28th to April 3rd. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out all the info about that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cappy. King of Swords for the overall energy. Very nice energy. A lot of determination, a lot of courage, a lot of knowledge about what it is that you're doing, there's something you're dealing with. Obviously, there's an energy that's presenting itself here, but I feel like at least you have confidence over it. In the recent past, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Four of Cups, kind of disappointed. There's an energy coming your way. There's an exchange of energy actually, but the energy that's coming your way from that, it's shown up as could have been better, or I don't know, something to that extent. There's a little bit of to it. Now I don't know what kind of energy exchange, maybe a collaboration, maybe receiving communication, I don't know. In the current situation, the Five of Cups, the Justice, the Moon. You're working with something, something from your past. I see it showing up, and the energy of justice in there is telling me that you're trying to bring something to a resolution, something coming to a close, something to feel more balanced with, or have more, kind of getting over it, kind of dealing with it as it comes, and but I see you in the middle of it. So it's like, I don't know if something necessarily did show up from your past, or you just went there voluntarily, like, I need to take care of this situation. But it's quite healing and quite deep. So I don't know, we'll see. In the immediate future, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. You're gradually opening up more and more. You're starting to head in the direction of emotional balance, basically finding that place, which it's kind of logical because you're in the middle of wanting to do that. So it's shown up that it's going to happen. You're going to get there. Just be patient, because it's going to take a while with this Three of Wands. But it's like, it almost feels like it was a long time coming. This lesson that you're dealing with right now, you're kind of looking at it as, man, could have done it earlier, or something like that, which, no, not necessarily. It's going to show up when it's time, But it does bring in a sense of freeing you, almost like, oh, I feel better, or I feel more balanced, or I feel like this is it, I got it. So it's kind of interesting the way it shows up, but let's see. Let's clarify. Let me do the King of Swords. The Ten of Wands, the Justice card, the King of Cups. I love this energy, because as difficult as it seems, whatever it is you're dealing with, it does bring that sense of balance. I see it coming from everywhere. The King of Swords and the King of Cups. The Justice card is here. The Nine of Cups. Juno. All of these places, all of these energies that are coming through are showing me a place of balance. You're reaching that. You're working towards that, and you're actually kind of in the middle of that. It's a matter of, how do I sustain it? How do I not let trauma from the past kind of mess it up for me, Girl, I can't see shit. You laid on top of everything. Let me do that Four of Cups in the recent past. That sense of disappointment over whatever it is that was coming. Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups. Okay. So whatever that was, that experience, whatever it is, basically the way I see it is a little bit of an energy that felt good in the moment. It came your way. You reacted to it. You responded to it. But at some point it started becoming bothersome. It started becoming, this doesn't feel good. And I see you walking right, in the opposite direction, basically. Kind of like when it started to shift into a place that didn't feel good anymore, didn't resonate with you, you made the decision, okay, you know, in order for me to feel better, I gotta get myself away from this. And you did. So that tells me that you've reached a place of recognition pretty fast, in that sense of, you know, what you're dealing with. If it doesn't match, if it doesn't work, it is what it is. I gotta walk away from it. That's cool. Let's see the Five of Cups in the current situation. Juno, my toys. My toys. You got your own toys, and that doesn't include Oscar. No, my toys. No, you're gonna get it down. Five of Cups. You get the Knight of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you've been sitting on this here for quite some time. Again, I see it as an issue from the past, a situation from the past that maybe you wanted to work with. Maybe it's been brought to your attention. Okay, I need to learn something out of this. And I know it's there, you know, it's my past, it's my experience, it's going to stay there. But kind of putting it aside, kind of delaying the process, which the Three of Wands kind of brings that to my attention also. Where you've been waiting for the right time. I'll go there when it's time. I'll go there when I feel like it. Nah, not anymore. Something's happening, something's shifting, and it isn't about time anymore. It's about, it's here, I gotta deal with it. You know, whatever it is. Let's do the Justice card in the current situation. Page of Wands, the Hermit, the Six of Swords. And it's interesting because this situation from the past that shows up as this Page of Wands, whatever you dealt with, that you were able to recognize, it's good for me, it's not. This situation actually is leading you into this place where you're going back in your own experience, in your own life, and you're looking at things, and you're able to identify the places, well, the situations in which you didn't do that. You know, you stayed probably in situations that didn't feel good for you. But this one kind of opened you up to this, to be able to recognize this, you know? And then you go back into, where did I not put myself first? Throughout my whole life, throughout my own. And there's quite a few significant traumas, if you want, attached to your own experience. We all have them. And you're kind of looking in there, and you're getting a lot of healing from that. And a lot of closure. Like, okay, I did that. I stayed in this, even though it wasn't right for me. Or I did this, even though it wasn't right for me. And all of these things are only teaching you how to deal with things from here on out, basically. So it's quite an interesting healing pattern that's coming into play because of this little insignificant, because I love it. It's nothing, you know. And sometimes it just is just enough to open up that door for you. So I don't know. It does look like insignificant. It does look like it was small, but it helped you open up the door to healing those places in which you chose not to put yourself first, even though you thought you did. Yeah. For the Moon, you get the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's still a little bit of struggle. There's still a little bit of self-sabotage at stake, you know. Sometimes there is. Because I see you going deep into the healing and then taking it up into your head and kind of complicate it a little bit, you know. But how did I not put myself? Blah, 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 but I did that one time. I did, or you know, I thought I did, or whatever you say to yourself up there, instead of just letting that healing flow, you know, falling into place on its own. While you do this, you're actually blocking your access to yourself, to your emotional body, basically. And I feel like that may be a little bit of your shadow, a little bit of a pattern that's coming in that you don't see doing. So whenever you're up here intensely and kind of trying to figure things from up here, where most of the times you get lost, you're actually shutting down to everything that's going on in here, which that's the important aspect of things rather than what's up here. Let's do the Nine of Cups in the immediate future. Oops. I love this. The Ten of Wands flew off, which is the heaviness of the situation. Everything else stayed in place. Nice. For the Nine of Cups, you get the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil. There you are, showing up again as a little bit of a pattern. This whole let's take it up into the head and let's complicate it, you know. But the good part is I see you working intensely on that aspect too. It's a slow process though, and it can happen. You know, a lot of people ask, how do you get yourself out of the head? By practicing. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be like, okay, mind, shut up. Doesn't work like that. Practice. And in this case, you're showing me, okay, that works. Practice works, but it's a tough one for some reason. But there's victory in it. There's things working out, definitely. Let me do the Three of Wands in the immediate future. The Strength card, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands. All of this, whatever it is you're dealing with, you're working on, the places in which you didn't put yourself first, the overthinking part, all of that is actually contributing to your lack of taking action on things. It's taken away from, and I love how the reading started with the King of Swords, because that's definitely taking action. That's definitely knowing what they have to do, when they have to do it, everything. It's like, I'm going to go do it. So you have that in you. But all of these situations that are popping up for you are taken away from that energy. So that energy is not going to show up when you're in your head or when you think you're putting yourself first, but you're not really. So I love the healing that's happening around that, because there it is. It's starting to show up as, okay, let me go follow what I feel. Let me go take action in this direction, in that direction, and whatever feels right for me. There's still a little bit of blockage there. There's still a little bit of something in you that says, nah, don't. But overall, you are working with a whole lot of energies that are going to help in that department of resistance. You know, just give yourself time. It seems like a lengthy process, so don't try to rush it. Don't try to anticipate it. Don't be like, oh man, when is it going to end? Never. Healing never ends. So it's just, it is what it is. You started on this path, you're going to keep on going, basically. Just go with the punches. Just see where it takes you. But it's lengthy because you're touching on several aspects. You're not only learning one lesson and that's it. Lesson learned, moving on. It's kind of subtly reaching at all sorts of aspects here, which is nice. Let's see what the universe has. You little purr. Queen of Swords, King of Wands, the Devil. That Page of Wands there that showed up as an insignificant experience is actually quite significant. And it's not significant in the way of, oh, they showed up in my life for a reason and they're meant to be in my life. No, just the doors that this experience is actually opening up for you. It's new doors, doors that you didn't even know needed opening, basically. And I see you quite attached to this energy, not necessarily in the way of they have to be in my life forever kind of thing. You recognize some sort of something there, some sort of a match there. And it is a match because, as I said, this energy came particularly in your life for this reason, to help you see those doors, to give you the key almost to those doors so that you can go through them. But it's the doors to you, basically. So it's interesting how the universe says, yeah, you know, they may show up as insignificant, but they're not that insignificant. At least tied up to your soul's healing, your soul's journey, basically. You know, I don't know what's happening on the surface with them. I have no idea. But they're quite important. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.